need ISAGENIX is because it's a system. You know, it's not a one product wonder. There's a lot of times that I've been approached, drink this shake, drink this juice, drink this. I mean, it was like one thing. And I was like, man, you know what? There's not one thing that'll do everything for me. And when I understood the benefits of a system, that's what I truly wanted. I wanted a system. I wanted a lifestyle system that could benefit my athletes, that could benefit my clients, that could benefit me. See, I got to be a product of the product. If I'm not a product of the product, well then why am I going to tell anybody else about what I'm doing? I have to understand the system. And the system is that this has the highest quality source of protein that you can find on the market today. Undenatured whey protein. It's cold processed, which means we keep the peptide bond strong in the amino acids. It's gaining lean muscle mass as you're losing body fat, guys. We do hydrostatic body fat testing in 30 days. People are dropping 2 to 3% body fat and gaining 1 to 2 pounds of muscle. Legit, scientific evidence I can show you on paper 1,000 times. I have people doing it every month. Here's the other thing, adaptogens. Adaptogens help the body deal with stress. Who is putting their body under the most amount of stress that you can think of today? The athletes. The personal trainers, the people that are hitting the gym 2-3 hours a day, 2 times a day, whatever it may be. They are putting their bodies under stress. So who needs adaptogens? Who needs antioxidants? Who needs the recoverability to get their body ready for the next day? Who needs the ability to get their body ready for that 100% performance that's coming up on Friday night, on Saturday, on Sunday, or whatever day it is? They're going through training regimens, and they're constantly breaking down and tearing down muscle tissue. They need a system that they can recover from quickly. They need a system that's easy. What is it? Water and ice. That's it. Shake it up. Drink it. I love it. I was booked 15 hours a day with clients. You think I had time to sit around and go sit down and have a knife and a fork and get my napkin out and let's eat? No. That was not for me. I couldn't do it. I was constantly on the go. I needed something that was quick and that was easy, and yet my body was not getting everything it needed. And my athletes were not getting everything they needed. You know, I have a very, very fortunate opportunity to train a lot of professional athletes. Gosh almighty, some of them have the worst eating habits in the world. And it amazes me. I'm like, guys, do you know what your bodies could do if you gave it the right stuff all the time? I'm like, I give them, it's not even a question. They hire me and I'm like, okay, this is what you're going to do. You're going to work out 5 days a week with me, you're going to do 2 hours a day, and you're going to drink this stuff. You know, and you're going to do this and this and this, and just follow it. You know, and I mean, that's it. That's part of my program. That's what I do with them. But I explain to them how important it is. And it's because it's a system that gives them the ability to get the nutrients they need while the reduced amount of calories, because we're not trying to just fill them full of calories. We want their body to actually absorb everything that they're taking in instead of storing it, and they're going to recover faster, and they're going to gain lean muscle mass. See, they want to come to me and they want to be bigger, faster, stronger, right? So I want to give them something that's going to give them that ability, and it's through the 30-day system. Now, what did I do when I started my 30-day system? I didn't do 2 shakes in 1 meal and go, whoo, that's it. No. I took Isopro from the very beginning. 6 years ago, when I started this program, I got that 30-day system, I looked at it and I was like, 24 grams of protein, 240 calories. No, that's not going to work. I had to know. And then they said, well, Shane, there's another protein that you can add to it. It's called Isopro. I was like, perfect. Give me 100 more calories, give me 18 more grams of protein. Now I'm at 41 grams of protein, 340 calories. Maybe I add some peanut butter, some fruit to it. Now I'm at almost 400 calories. Okay, I can do that. Yeah, I can do it. Do you see what I'm doing? You see how I'm adapting it to my lifestyle? So many of you guys want to go out there.
A really good way to just pique their interest and talk to them about our products without putting theirs down. So how would you recommend I do that?
That's a great question, because a lot of people approach me, I've got this gym, I've got this group of trainers to talk to. And the one thing you got to ask them is, what's going to affect the gym the most? Is it really the product sales that's going to affect them the most? Or is it that bottom line, cha-ching, cha-ching, called revenue? Because when you can show them how they can go from being just 4 walls to being a nationwide business with ISAGENIX, all of a sudden their eyes open. And they go, see, the average person only travels 5 miles to go to a gym. So their whole market of people that they're going to be selling ISAGENIX to, or selling whatever the other supplements are, is just 5 miles. That's it. That's the only people they ever get to know. But if they take on a system that's all about increasing revenue for the gym, giving their trainers a bonus without the gym giving them a bonus. See, it's not going to take from the gym. What they're doing is they're giving the trainers a chance to give themselves a bonus, find that the client retention rate is going to be higher, because what? Results. They're giving their clients results, and they're giving them what? A sustainable lifestyle that keeps them coming back day after day after day after day. And that's the biggest thing about this. When the trainer's on board, the gym's on board, and it increases the bottom line of revenue, then everybody's happy. But everybody's got to see that for what it is. They got to see that, okay, I embraced this amazing product.
Was an ISA Body Challenge winner, and she came to me. We actually knew her for quite a while. She had worked with my husband in a corporate job for about, I think it was about 6 years. So I knew of Holly, but we just didn't have a lot in common at that point. So my husband came home one day and said, Holly wants you to train her. She's got some ISA something, I don't know, that she wants to win. And so I was like, I'm completely up for that challenge. So I started training Holly, and she was always talking about these shakes. She was like, shake this, shake that, shake with my greens and this and that. And I was all about food. And I said to her one day, it was like 3 months later, and she could not stop talking about these shakes. I said, you really should try chewing your food. She would just look at me and she'd be like, you don't even get it. So as time went on, I saw this girl make these crazy results way faster than I had ever actually seen anybody. And she'd come back after the weekend, where I normally hear, oh, I binged, or I hit a plateau, or this is getting challenging. She would just go, and she'd be like, I have no cravings. It was the most incredible thing I'd ever seen, yet I still would not listen to anything she had to say. So can anybody relate to that with their trainers?
Yes.
So, for me, it was something really personal where I had gone to a competition and I didn't do very well. I had just kind of hit like a nutritional wall. And Holly had said just a couple key things to me. She had talked about the easeability, cravings, all natural, and what it was doing for other athletes. She had actually talked about Shane quite a bit, so she was using a testimonial. And I just kind of, my ears perked up thinking, is there really an easier way? And that's when after I hit this wall, I just tried it, and it's been all over since that. I mean, the first 3 days I tried it, I just felt completely different. So not only has it been, my personal testimony where I just saw such a huge difference in myself, I'm seeing these massive transformations in my clients, which is not only being the type of athlete that I was. A lot of people approach you and maybe want to sponsor you, and that was how we were going to make our living. If you wanted to do any fitness modeling or anything like that, you were going to get picked up by a sponsor. So I had tried so many different things that actually left me feeling terrible. So I was so turned off by the entire industry of anything at that point, because I didn't feel good. There's so many fillers in the different products, and to hear that there was something natural that was easy for athletes, because athletes are usually on a pretty tight schedule where you're working out all the time, and we're cooking all the time. You're either in the gym, or you're in the kitchen, or you're running around at work with your clients. So to hear that there was something that was realistic, that I could just grab and have more time freedom and get more nutrients than we were getting in our food, that was huge to me, to be able to have those things.
Did you guys want to add anything? They play football, they're a wrestler. He's being approached by colleges at this point. He's young, he's 17 years old, he's 6'4", and he's 260 pounds. He plays offensive and defensive line, bench presses 250 pounds, squats 350 pounds, deadlifts 350 pounds. I know he currently takes other supplements, and I think isagenix can help him. What would you recommend?
Well, I think that's a good point, because the biggest thing about being 17 years old is that he just has to listen to his parent, obviously. And the main thing is that the parent understands that the child needs to start their day with a shake first thing in the morning. They need to have the IsaAthlete Pro shake first thing in the morning with ISA greens or ISA fruits. After that, they're going to have some kind of snack that they're going to pack that the kid can have sometime between classes in the morning. Then he's going to have a lunch, and then he's going to have an afternoon snack, and then he's usually going to have an afternoon workout. After that workout, he's going to have another shake. After that shake, he's then going to go home, he's going to have a dinner, okay? And then before he goes to bed, he can either have another shake or he can have another snack, okay? Onyx Supreme, 1 ounce in the morning, 1 ounce at night. One more energy throughout the day. One more energy doesn't have to be used just for during workouts. Remember, it's B vitamins and electrolytes. So that can be used any time throughout the day. And the main thing is that he gets on the essentials for men with product B, and the other thing is that he also uses some of the other products that we have, the slim cakes, the fiber snacks, the isolene bars, those kind of things that are quick, that are easy, something for a young athlete that just, they're in school, they're not really thinking about how much they need to be taken in, they need to grab it and go, you know, and mom and dad can be saying, hey, did you eat the snacks, you know, did you do this, do that, because it's going to come home and it's going to be, it's either going to be there or it's not going to be there. But the thing is, it's got to be easy and it's got to be convenient, so that's why we developed Isolene Pro in the travel packs. They can put it in their backpacks, they can put it with them when they go to the gym, tear it open, put water and ice in it, shake it up, and they're done.
Is there a hurt yourself? You don't get paid. If you're hurt, you get paid hour by hour. So if you get hurt, or if you want a vacation, you don't get paid while you're off. That was a big thing there. And for gym owners and personal trainers, the other reason why they should do isagenix, of course, is the whole nutrition aspect. You just cannot eat that many nutrient-dense foods during the day. We're overfed, but we're undernourished. So isagenix is definitely a great tool for that.
Is it fair to say
This, and she's swimming in a pool and broke her hand. She's swimming forward, and her hand got stuck in the cord in the pool, and she broke her hand, and the metatarsals up here in the hand. And she calls me, Cindy, do you have some work for me? Because I can't work. I'm off work for 6 weeks, and that's impacted her business. She's going to lose out on $8,000. So she had to reorganize all of her payments so she could afford her car and her house. And she had a nice James business, but unfortunately she hasn't been working it. She hasn't been sharing it. So had she built up the business and been consistent like us, she would have had that money. And so I feel bad for her. So massage therapists are the same as personal trainers. If they get hurt, they can't make money.
now in terms of how to get those personal trainers to just have a look at isagenix and maybe commit, whether it's an hour a day or a couple hours a week? How do you think they can incorporate that in their busy schedules really quickly?
For a lot of the people that I talk to, I literally say, oh, I'm going to help you. I'm gonna put those people in. You just, get me on a 3-way call. And I try to get them the taste of doing the business, just small doses. So even if they're just doing a half an hour to an hour, every other day whenever they can, but when they start seeing that paycheck for something that was this much time compared to this much time that they're already doing, that's been huge. So right away I try to get them paid or help them out, and they just see how easy that is to do.
Well, I think it's all about how quick, and when somebody says they don't have time, I'm like, don't have time, come on. I'm like, you have time. You have time to make a shake. It's water and ice. It takes literally 2 minutes to get it into your body. I mean, it's